Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from windy Costa Rica. Today's topic is going to be narcissistic relationship when the tables turn. Think about that for a minute. Guys, if you like the content, please subscribe. So, in the beginning of the narcissistic relationship, when you first met them, let's say it was a friend or a neighbor or a loved one, a lover, maybe part of a group you're a member of. In the very beginning of this relationship, perhaps even it could be a sibling, could be a family member. In the beginning of this relationship, you were an unsuspecting individual and giving, meaning you were kind, loving, empathetic. You were just full of energy and positivity, and I'm sure that's how you are now. Point being is when you met this person or discovered that they were interested in you, let's put it that way, what they did is they portrayed themselves to be a certain individual. Then that would allow them to extract your resources from you, just like I mentioned on the channel frequently. Now, one of the things here, what happens is when you are in the narcissistic relationship, let's say it's a business relationship or a friend or lover, when you're caught up in that in the beginning, the very beginning of this, which is the love bomb / euphoric stage, you don't know what you're dealing with. What you think is you're dealing with a healthy individual who has your best interest at heart and that they have the same goals and aspirations and focus as you do. Nothing could be further from the truth. The truth of the matter is this person who turns out to be a narcissist, they wanted you to be kept in the narcissistic fog, believing that they would improve or they would change or they would contribute or they would be there to listen to you and pay attention to you. And basically, that they would be walking the same path as you are or were. Again, that's not what happened, was it? No. What happened was when you became entrenched in this relationship with the narcissist, you believed that you were headed in the same direction as they were. The truth of the matter is, you were headed in that direction, but they clearly weren't. What they were doing is they were off in their own direction, getting other sources of supply, extracting resources from other people when, in fact, they were letting you think that you were in a healthy or stable relationship with them. You weren't. It's not until you get the education on channels like mine and many others, and again, thank you very much for being here, that you get light bulb moments and you understand, oh my goodness, I was with a narcissist. Like, what is this? How do these people even walk the planet like this? What is this? I don't get it. Now, going back, when you're in the narcissistic relationship, remember, there's the love bomb / euphoric stage, there's the devaluation stage, there's the discard or the ending of the relationship, and perhaps there could be a Hoover. This video is meant to let you know, I'm not going to go down the line on all of those aspects. I'm just saying in the beginning of your relationship, you were kind, loving, and you were giving to a fault, and you were probably a people pleaser, a yes person, you didn't know how to say no, things like that. And then when the relationship ended, let's say you were discarded. When the relationship ended, what did you do? You put a mountain of work into yourself. You absolutely had to. You had to heal. You had to process how this person who turned out to be a narcissist, how they got to you and they manipulated you and they tricked you and they portrayed themselves to be one person when in fact they were somebody completely different. A person that never cared about you, never loved you, never wanted your best interest at heart. It's a fact. It's how these people are. But then after time passes, and I mean, when you are healing or learning or educating yourself about narcissistic abuse, what happens in time, in your time, keep in mind this part of the video may not be for everybody. If you haven't healed, it's not for you, but it's letting you know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. What happens is, after you process everything, then you come to the realization that when in fact you were discarded, that you believed you needed the narcissist. Nothing could be further from the truth. Not only do you not need the narcissist, and you never did need the narcissist, that's how your emotions and your feelings and your thoughts, you were programmed. That's how you were manipulated into believing that. Keep in mind, the narcissistic relationship, it's unlike anything you've ever experienced. It's something that is so toxic that it takes months to wrap your head around this relationship once it ends and once you're doing the inner work and healing and processing things. Your average individual on this planet, unless they've experienced narcissistic abuse, they don't get it. They won't get it. They can read all the books, take all the classes, they can do whatever they want to do, but unless they actually were entrenched in one of these relationships, they won't be able to communicate on the same level that you can or I can. getting back on track, there will be a moment in time, and this will last, once it happens and you recognize it and you embrace it, then you're gonna say to yourself, oh my goodness, guess what? The tables have turned. And when the tables have turned, it's not a feeling of jubilation, of joy, of like, yes, I finally conquered the narcissist and I feel great, and shame on them, and I wish all these bad things upon them. It's not that at all. It's not. What it is it's you've actually identified that you have healed and you are over the toxic narcissistic relationship. Please understand this message. There are moments in time from post-love bombs. This is when you're still in the relationship. Post-love bomb, you believe that you need the narcissist. That's why you're working so hard for them, and you're trying your best. You're doing everything you possibly can to maintain and or save the relationship, let's say. The whole time you're doing that, the narcissist is trying to blow up the relationship. They're certainly manipulating you, and they're going behind your back and getting other sources of supply. They're doing whatever they want to do. Why? Because they know that you're going to keep working for them. You're going to keep spinning around on that wheel, or staying in the cycle, in the narcissistic fog. They know this. Why? Because they've been doing it their whole lives, and they're a master manipulator. But what I'm saying is, once you get out of the narcissistic fog, perhaps you were discarded or you ended the relationship, and after you've healed properly and you've processed everything you could about the relationship, that's when the tables turn. They sincerely do. Now, I can't tell you when this will happen, but it will happen in time, in your time. Maybe for some people it happens, months later. Maybe some people it's years or decades. I can't tell you that. I can tell you that you will heal properly and the best way possible the sooner you place all of your attention and energy into yourself and understand that this was a learning process that you had to go through. Although you didn't want to, you had to. It's just the way it was. It's the way it is. That's your path. Now, getting back on track, when the tables turn, this is a beautiful thing, because it's when you finally recognize that not only do you not need the narcissist, in fact, you never really did need the narcissist, but the narcissist needed you. Play that again. It's a fact. Now, I'm not saying the narcissist needs you now. No, I'm not saying that at all. Why? Because they already know that you know that they're a narcissist. A, you want nothing to do with them. B, stay away from me. And C, most likely they have another source of supply or sources of supply. What I'm saying for this video is when the tables turn, it's a feeling of overwhelming joy for yourself. Again, it's understanding that you've crossed that final hurdle. You've actually seen the light at the end of the tunnel, and you are there. It is now a bright, shining star staring right at you in the face, because with all of the work you put into yourself, you finally made it. And you understand that, yeah, I don't need the narcissist. And if you really dig into it, and you understand that the narcissist is a taker and a manipulator, and that they need people to extract sources of supply from, that's when you understand that these people actually needed you. You never needed them for a minute. Why? Why am I saying that? Number one, it's the truth. Number two, once you've healed, you'll see things the way I see them. There's no other way to see them once you've healed. And number three, the narcissist, remember, they wear a mask. They manipulate people. They trick them and trap them. And what they want to do is have them doubting themselves and spinning around working for the narcissist. That's why the narcissist looks for quality people that have so many beautiful resources to offer. And they have things that the narcissist wants. That's exactly how it works. But getting back on track, when the tables have turned, it's not saying, yeah, now I have you, narcissist, game over. No, it's not saying that at all. What it's saying is, yes, I've reached the pinnacle of indifference, the mountaintop of indifference, and I've healed. And yes, I will still have some good days, maybe some not good days. I will still ruminate every once in a while. I'll still process the relationship. I will certainly still get light bulb moments. But what I do know is no longer does the narcissist occupy my mind. No longer do they stay there. No longer do I think that I need them. I don't. As a matter of fact, it's pretty sad and pathetic if you really think about it. The narcissist needs people. You don't need people. The narcissist needs to be validated and to extract to make themselves feel better from unsuspecting individuals. You don't. You're comfortable in your own skin. You're beautiful. You're a bright, shining light. You're a healthy individual who just got ensnared in a narcissistic relationship, something that you were never prepared for. But when the tables have turned, you will recognize it. You will know it. Because once they've turned, you can't turn it back. It's not going to happen. After all you've been through, there's no chance. You're actually at the place of indifference where you understand right now that you've healed, and this is where your superpowers are just beginning to shine. The world is yours now. The narcissist is left behind in the dust. Let them go do whatever they do. We give them no more attention or energy. What we do is we focus on ourselves and live our best possible lives. Guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from windy Costa Rica. This is Andrew. God bless you. Namaste. Have a great afternoon. Stay true. Stay blessed. I will talk to you tomorrow. Remember, no matter where you are on the planet, you are not alone. You are not alone. I love you. God bless you. I'll talk to you tomorrow. When the tables turn, it's a pretty sight to see. I love you guys. Enjoy your day. God bless you. Bye-bye.